Asher's 13 Reasons Why Hannah Baker Commits Suicide. The story doesn't end there, though. Through cassette tapes Hannah recorded prior to her death, we learn the reasons why she ended her life. These reasons, told in Hannah's voice, show us how events connect together to create a bigger impact than we realize. Hello, boys and girls. Hannah Baker here, live and in stereo. No return engagements, no encore. And this time, absolutely no requests. I hope you're ready, because I'm about to tell you the story of my life. More specifically, why my life ended. And if you're listening to these tapes, you're one of the reasons why. The rules are pretty simple. There are only two. Rule number 1, you listen. Number 2, you pass them on. This was not a spur-of-the-moment thing. Do not take me for granted. Again. Ready, Mr. Foley? Justin, honey, you were my very first kiss, my very first hand to hold. There was just something about you that made me need to be your girlfriend. When I was a freshman and you were a sophomore, I used to follow you around. I knew every one of your classes. I even photocopied your schedule, which I'm sure I still have somewhere. When they go through my belongings, they'll probably toss it away, thinking a freshman crush has no relevance. But does it? For me, yes, it does. I went as far back as to you to find an introduction to my story, and this really is where it begins. When you reach the end of these tapes, Justin, I hope you understand your role in all of this. I simply wanted a kiss. I was a freshman girl who had never been kissed. Never. But I liked a boy and he liked me, and I was going to kiss him. I told you to meet me in the park in 15 minutes. Of course, I only said that so I'd get there before you. I know what you're thinking. Hannah Baker is a slut. Wrong. Hannah Baker is not and never was a slut, which begs the question, what have you heard? Because I've heard so many stories, I don't know which is the most popular. Do you know which is the least popular, though? The truth. Thank you, Justin. Sincerely. My very first kiss was wonderful. And for the month or so that we lasted, and everywhere that we went, the kisses were wonderful. You were wonderful. But then you started bragging. A week went by and I heard nothing. But eventually, as they always will, the rumors reached me. I know what you're thinking. A rumor based on a kiss made you do this? No. A rumor based on a kiss ruined a memory that I'd hoped would be special. A rumor based on a kiss started a reputation that other people believed in and reacted to. A rumor based on a kiss is just the beginning. Turn the tape over for more. Welcome back. If you're listening to this, one of two things has just happened. A, you're Justin, and after hearing your little tale, you want to hear who's next. Or B, you're someone else, and you're waiting to see if it's you. Well, Alex Standall, it's your turn. I'm sure you have no idea why you're on here, Alex. You probably think you did a good thing, right? You voted me best ass in the freshman class. How could anyone be mad at that? I remember sitting in second period, the morning you're listening now. Miss Strum obviously had an amazing weekend because she did absolutely no prep work whatsoever. She had us watch one of her famously dull documentaries. To me, the narrator's voice was nothing more than background noise. Well, the narrator's voice and the whispers. When I looked up, the whispers stopped. Any eyes looking at me turned away, but I saw that paper getting passed around, and eventually it made its way to the desk behind me, to Jimmy Long's desk. Tell me, any of you who were in class that morning, Jimmy was taking a sneaky peek over the back of my chair, wasn't he? That's all I could picture when he whispered, "You bet it is." I turned around, but I was not in a whispering mood. You bet what is. Jimmy gave a half smile and glanced down at the paper on his desk. I tilted my head so I could read the upside-down title of the page. Freshman class, who's hot, who's not. I knew Miss Drum was coming, but I had to find my name. I didn't care why I was on the list, and at the time, I don't think I cared what side of the list I was on. There's just something about having everyone agree on something about you that opens a cage of butterflies in your stomach. I snuck a peek to the other side of the room. As expected, Jessica Davis looked pissed. Why? Because right next to my name, but in the other column was hers. I'm sure no one cared why Jessica ended up on that side of your list, Alex. Well, no one except you and me, and Jessica makes 3. But this tape isn't about your motivation. This tape is about how people change when they see your name on that stupid list. And since everyone at school already had a perverted image of me after Justin's little number, I was the perfect choice, wasn't I? And the snowball keeps a rolling. Thanks, Justin.